Hi guys, Angus McNeil from the SNP gave Rishi Sunak a bit of a grilling at the Liaison Committee on Tuesday. Now, the Prime Minister was asked why it was such a great thing for Northern Ireland to be in the single market, but not the rest of the United Kingdom. Rishi Sunak started waffling on about the Good Friday Agreement and Northern Ireland's unique position, but spoke as if the UK had never been in the single market and Northern Ireland's joining of it had just happened. Is he really that unhinged? Have a listen.
When it comes to Northern Ireland, you're a fan of the single market now. When did you take the road to Damascus on that very issue?
No, I think what I was referring to, and actually it's I'd say, I'm sad that we're having this conversation again, because I think what I was very clearly referring to is the unique status of Northern Ireland in the United Kingdom, because it's the only part of the United Kingdom that shares a land border with a member of the EU, and also is a part of our country that has had a history of troubles, and the balance of the Belfast Good Friday Agreement is incredibly important to ensuring stability and peace in Northern Ireland. And it was decided by everybody that we shouldn't have a hard border on the island of Ireland, and that's why Northern Ireland has a special and unique status inside the United Kingdom.
Now, I get the impression, and I hope I'm wrong when I think about this, and please tell me in the comment section if I am wrong, but I get the impression that Rishi Sunak doesn't actually understand, and I feel stupid saying this, he doesn't actually understand that the UK used to be a member of the single market. And something happened. It left. But part of it remained. Northern Ireland remained in the single market for goods. And that Rishi Sunak, and he sounds like a bot when he's talking. He sounds like one of these chatbots that hasn't received enough information and is just pumping out phrase after phrase because it's using whatever information it can find, but it's lacking information. That's the impression I get from him, that he doesn't actually understand that the UK used to be a member of the single market. Northern Ireland remained part of that single market because of its unique status, which is correct. But does he not understand that Great Britain used to be a member, and the reason that businesses are in trouble at the moment, in part, is because it's no longer a member? You know, this is not some backbencher or some weird Brexit here. This is the former Chancellor and the current Prime Minister. And I get this impression that he doesn't actually understand that the UK used to be a member of the European Union. I hope I'm wrong, but he doesn't sound like he's lying. He sounds like he actually believes that.
That I think everyone acknowledges, and actually trying to make political points about that, I don't think is appropriate, and I think it's very clear that Northern Ireland is different in that regard, and it's right that we respect the Belfast Good Friday Agreement and the balance that is required to make sure that the agreement works properly.
Well, before your 180-degree turn on the single market, it is important, because you know, and you will have certainly known as Chancellor, that it's a 4% or 5% damage to GDP is this choice for the UK to leave the single market and the customs union. It is affecting people on the day-to-day. It's affecting their costs of living. Prime Minister, if it's okay for Northern Ireland, and you say it's got a border with the European market, what about the south of England? It's 20 miles away by ferry. It's not far away by ferry. Companies come to me in trade and they tell me that it would be far better for them to be in the European market, single market, than the situation they currently have. It's paperwork central.
Again, just what I've said previously, Northern Ireland, I think it's really not to recognise the unique and special status of Northern Ireland inside the United Kingdom because of the history of what's happened in that part of our country, which we've had an appropriate discussion on the anniversary of the Belfast Good Friday Agreement, which is a good reminder of the delicate situation in Northern Ireland, and it's right that we treat that situation with the consideration that it deserves.
Really, I'm struggling to understand his logic. Is he trying to suggest that, well, because we left, well, we have to make do? Is this what he's trying to sell to the public? Like, I don't believe he's lying. I don't think he's trying to mislead the committee here. I actually think he believes what he's saying, and he doesn't actually understand that the United Kingdom used to be a member, and there were benefits of being a member. It's no longer a member, only part of the UK is a member. But England, Scotland and Wales can't be in the single market for some reason. That it's completely alien to him, the idea that England, Scotland and Wales could be in the single market. Northern Ireland is in because of its unique position, and he's correct when he says a unique position. Northern Ireland is a particular case here. But is it impossible for Rishi Sunak to connect the dots here and say, okay, businesses are struggling at the moment. Well, that's because of something else. And the SNP MP is saying, this is because we're no longer in the single market. And for him, it's impossible to compute the idea. And I feel stupid saying this, but this is the impression I get, that it's impossible for him to compute the idea that England, Scotland and Wales could be in the single market in some way. Once again, this was a very strange interaction he had with the MP. Because I don't get the impression that he's lying. I don't get the impression that he's trying to sell something. He just seems really confused. And he shouldn't be confused. He was the Chancellor. He's the Prime Minister. He's not just some guy pulled off the street who doesn't understand what the single market is, doesn't understand that the UK used to be in the single market, has a sort of rough idea of why Northern Ireland is in the single market. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated, because I'm dumbfounded by this.